My name is Kathy Strode, and my daughter and I have the Triple Nickel Diner, and it's a small little diner here in Chester Hill, Ohio. And I wanted to talk about Roll Action and what they've meant to us when we, either before we opened or directly after we opened. Roll Action, a member from Roll Action came out to offer his services. It was Dan, for any technical advice or any way that he could help us, whatever he could do to help us get going. And that really meant the world to us, because you know, when you're just starting out and you don't really know what your resources are, it was so nice to have somebody come and offer their services to us. And then, of course, one of the other things is the Chester Hill Produce Auction, which we use a lot, and in that way, Roll Action and our diner have the same idea of keeping everything as local as we can. And so we really appreciate all the local produce that we can go there and get. And so the produce auction was in my mind when I first conceived the diner, that I would be using the produce auction to help me accomplish that. Plus, I have my own garden, but you know, I don't grow everything that we need, and it's really nice to have that resource. And just Roll Action has just been a group of friends of mine, you know, become friends, and I'm just really proud of their accomplishments. I started the diner, I mean, this building had been a little restaurant before, but it had been closed for about 5 years. And my idea was to have, you know, there were so many local farms around, was to have everything that I could have here locally, including all the meat. Most of the meat is from a 5-mile radius of the restaurant. I grew up in this area, so I know a lot of the farmers, and a lot of them are family and friends, and so I'm really happy with that outcome, because all that, the beef and such comes, the pork comes from my farm, the lamb, my nephews and brothers and cousins. So that's really worked out. And then, as I said before about the local produce, and people really appreciate it, and so I'm really happy that that part of it has been a success and seems to be very well accepted, and really happy with the outcome of the business, you know, how it's going. I just happen to have some vegetables here out of my garden. And these are all vegetables that I just picked today that come right into the diner and go to the table. So farm to table. In this case, garden to table. I think my favorite part about this area is the community, is that people are very interested in helping the community be a success. It's not just one business or one program, one entity. You know, it's people are interested in the community being successful, and that's a big part of what Roll Action does, is help a community be successful. And being successful, you know, takes in the whole community. And people realizing that, the importance of that, is one thing that I really love.